What did you just say?
You are gonna want to watch this for Chinese Peter Parker and Jackie Chan saying,
What's up, my nigga?
Hi, this is Shadowscape Pictures. My name is Philip Wilson, and this is the review for The Karate Kid Legends, which is mediocre at best. A young boy, Lee, from Beijing, China, moves to New York with his mom who doesn't want him to fight. Lee begins to get associated with New York and meets a love interest, ASAP, who loves the bad boys. Lee tries to help a pizza owner train for a boxing fight to win some money to save his place. Then he enters the classic Karate Kid tournament to duel it out with some long-haired bully. This homie Lee gets a love interest in what? A day after he arrives? Huh? Seriously? Again? We gotta have the love interest again as another trope. Like, come on, at least try something different. But no, we gotta do some romantic crap again. And of course she's all into the bad boys, which makes sense. Chinese Peter Parker here, he has to get more red pill aware and find out that the chicks like the bad boys. And that's just how it's gonna be. So you don't need the chaser, Lee. You can do better than someone else's sloppy seconds. The music score is pretty well unmemorable. You don't really remember. I don't even remember if they had even like a theme for it. Maybe they did, but it might have just been so damn unmemorable that I don't really remember it at all. Then they had some like Gen Z kind of crap music in there, and it's like your standard crap. And that's really it. And also I was like, damn, this Lee guy should stop being a goddamn simp. Honestly, he's gotta stop being a simp, because that's not how you get chicks, bro. You don't be a simp. And don't fight for her. If she wants to go with the bad boy, let her go. She's not yours, it's just your turn. You gotta learn this, Lee. The movie story is pretty predictable. It's basically like cookie cutter formulaic crap. That's what I would call it. You can pretty well predict it in the first few minutes. It's pretty simple overall. He's a kung fu simp and his love interest so happens to date the bully long-haired dude. And I just think that was funny. It just so happens to be a trope in like all these movies. Teen movies, I guess. Then they get into a fight, you know, the same old, same old. It needs to help this pizza guy train, which was a little bit different for these movies, but yeah, he helps the guy train, teach him like how to like do some kung fu but boxing style. And then they lose that. And then he has a meltdown over like his past trauma from his brother dying essentially, and he couldn't do anything about it. He takes on that trauma and holds on to it a lot of the film. So anytime he sees anything that's like similar to that, he freezes up and he doesn't know what to do. And that's basically some trauma. Everyone's got goddamn trauma. Then essentially the love interest becomes distant. He signs up for this next tournament after being down on himself for a bit. Then Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan help him with the tournament. And the tournament happens so like quick. They pass like these guys so quick, and then the last one they're like, yeah, we're gonna take our time on this one, make it a little more interesting. But we all knew he was gonna win, so it doesn't matter. Lee was gonna win. Simp Lee was gonna win. Then there's another like funny part to this film, and it's like he gets beat by this long-haired bully guy, and then after he takes down like 3 other adult dudes and they have like bats and stuff. I'm like, what? He can do all these acrobatic moves and such, but he can't beat this like long-haired bully dude? Like, what the hell is going on? Chinese Peter Parker? The best part of this movie is Jackie Chan. I think Jackie Chan should just have more movies with him doing comedy, because he steals the show every single time, especially when he says this.
What's up, my nigga?
Then Ralph Macchio, or whatever the hell his goddamn name is, he shows up, and he's not like a huge asset to the film by any means. Kind of just shows up, helps simply with his karate, and yeah, and that's about it. He's basically a glorified cameo, I would say. The editing in this movie is basically ADD. It has super fast pacing, like you don't really get bored in this film at all, but the whole film is pretty well predictable, so you pretty well know what exactly is going to happen in this film. So really, you don't really have any stakes or anything. It's just predictable, cookie cutter, basic formulaic movie. And of course, they had to show his mom being a doctor and such, because she's gotta be a female boss power babe and everything like that. And then you also have like this chick in here who's the love interest, and I'm like, she's so masculine. Ugh, like who wants that? She's not even like a chick, she just runs her mouth too much, and she's very like bossy in a way and such, and I'm like, no, not a big fan of that. Overall, this movie is like a solid 6 out of 10. It does its job to entertain people, but the plot is just overly predictable. Like, we've seen this how many times in films. He always wins at the end. It's not like he really loses. I don't even know why it's really called Karate Kid Legends, because they really have just like Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio in there, and they kind of just like mention Mr. Miyagi.
What's up, my nigga?
I don't think they really knew what to call this movie, and that's what they chose, is Legends. Karate Kid Legends. And I'm like, cool. You could have called it like literally anything else. It could have been Karate Kid Chinese Peter Parker, for God's sake. Or it could have been Karate Kid Simp Expeditions, since they had to shoehorn so much goddamn love crap in this. Why do they always gotta add some romantic crap into these movies? It's not really necessary, and I'd rather him just like grow on his own and do his own thing, instead of have some goddamn like love interest crap. You guys do know that you can create stories without the love interest, right? Of course they had to add that because you gotta have that teen crap in there, and there you go. But anyways, that's the review of Karate Kid Simp Expeditions. If you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and you know, tell me your thoughts about Karate Kid Simp Expeditions, and let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it. I thought it was an entertaining film, and that's really about it. It's not super like memorable or anything. It does its job, and that's it. And that's why I would call it fun shit. It's shit, but it's also like fun in a way. Nothing like great or grand by any means. I think this movie is just gonna be another one that's gonna hit the list of 2025's most unmemorable films of the year. And of course, if you guys didn't like this video, bye bye, turn it off!